All right, so I got the new the Force Strike X-Wing. This is for the Epic World of Action line, and I mean, doesn't this look like a vintage X-Wing? We'll compare it to a vintage one here in a little bit, but it looked pretty cool. So I had to get it. I saw this at Target, online at Target, and it was popped up at Amazon as well. But let's take a look at this thing and see if it's cool or not. So here is the X-Wing out of the box. I mean, this has got major vintage vibes. This is so cool. Now, it has the R2-D2 head in here, and it is stuck there. It doesn't do anything for the wings or anything. There's no sounds. We can push this forward, and it has, I don't know, this is exhaust coming out the front of the engine. It's kind of weird. Play feature, you know. You can't take those out, unfortunately. We have some things on the wing guns, and I can't see that they come off. They seem to be stuck there. You can open the cockpit here. Notice the cockpit, there's more detail on this than we ever had on the vintage one. Like, there's paint on the cockpit and everything. All right, I don't want to open. There we go. So that's what it looks like inside the cockpit. I get more detail in the original, the vintage one. You see a little button here. This fires, we've got like a proton torpedo underneath right here. So you can fire that. Ooh, I think that one missed. Just impacted on the surface. You can see kind of the details we have on this. This also doesn't have a button to open the wings. You just have to pop them off. See if I can get these ones open over here. You just pop them open like so, and you just move them. You can't like use a button to pop them or anything like that. So that's all the way it works. And the figure isn't a whole lot to write home about. You know, remember in 2015 we had all these yellow visors. Well, we've got that again. It does have the articulated elbows and shoulders, the ball joint shoulders, ball joint hips, articulated knees and all that. We've been starting to see this Epic Worlds of Action. We've got the holes in the back and the like the gauntlet holes, so you could add things to it. Not a lot of detail. I don't think anybody's going to be excited over this Luke. Although it's better than that 5 POA Luke that we got like in 2015. So I brought out one of my vintage X-Wings. It does have a replacement canopy from a Power of the Force 2 one, but it is one of my nicer vintage X-Wings right here. And you can see size-wise, like if we put these side by side, they're pretty close to the same size. The wingspan is close. This Power of the Force Epic Worlds of Action is just slightly bigger, so you can kind of see the differences. But, I mean, there's so many similarities, and they're both white, and they have the yellow on the top of the nose and the red on the side of the nose. It definitely makes me feel like the vintage. It's kind of a vintage thing. And if you remember, I think it was in Chicago a few years ago, there was pictures of an X-Wing with retro stuff, and some people thought we might get a retro X-Wing. You got to wonder if maybe this was the retro X-Wing, and it just got redone, reused, or whatever, and added all these little things onto it for it. I don't know, because it's got a lot of retro vibes to it. Although I think they do a retro X-Wing, they just take the original mold, but much like they've done with a lot of the retros. But I don't know, it's kind of a fun little X-Wing. I'm kind of enjoying it. It's for $30, it's not too bad. I should show that the figure fits very well inside the cockpit. Loads of room in there for him. It's pretty nice that way.